What's up everybody, Titan back, another guide in the Legend of Korra. This time I'm doing the Ferrets Strike Again guide. In order to do this, you must complete the highest difficulty of pro bending. That is the Ace difficulty, and I'm showing you the final round. So when you start off, I like to counter the waterbender's attack right away, and hopefully I'll be able to get the knockback if they counter again. But the waterbender on the other side in this, it goes with the show, so this is the same people that the Ferrets fought at during Season 1 of the show and lost the championship to from them cheating. But the waterbender is easily the hardest person to go up against in this, and what you want to do is kind of concentrate on one person in order to knock them back, but be wary of other people throwing bending at you from afar and from other places. And just try, and once you get one person back, just try and counter. And it's always about countering, basically, once you get to the highest level of pro bending, because if you counter and counter back, you can knock them back in one shot without even having to hit them with your own bending, if you can just counter them all the way back. But you want to knock them down as far as you can, and if you're going to get knocked back, or if you think you're going to get knocked back, try to knock down the health of all of your opponents instead of knocking somebody back, because when you lose, you gain all of your health back, but when you win, you stay with the same amount of stamina, they call it during this. You stay with the same amount of stamina, but really this is all about countering, and countering is super important. The fire and earthbenders on the other side are not very difficult. Like I said, it's the waterbender that you really got to worry about. And if you get up 2 rounds, if you get a knockout, you're going to win right away, but getting a knockout in the highest levels of pro bending, like near the end of it, really difficult. So if you win the first 2 rounds, if you're able to either gain enough ground or if you knock somebody off and you've won 2 rounds, all you got to do for the last round is make sure you don't get knocked off, because you'll automatically win then. But if you really need to, face-off is not a very bad thing, because doing a face-off is pretty easy, actually, in my opinion. I never lost a face-off. I did about 5 of them. But if you really need to, I think I did 2 face-offs during this final level of the championship. Also, one other important thing is that if you lose a match, you don't go back at all, and you don't restart the difficulty. So there's really no penalty to losing other than you lose time and you just got to do it again. But like I had for the face-off guide, very important, any face-off, just counter. And this guy likes to just dodge a lot instead of countering again. That's even throughout the fight. There's a lot of that going on. But once you either win the match or if you get a face-off and win the face-off, you will win the championship round over. Ferrets Strike Again, and you win the championship. You will also get a talisman for completing the highest level of pro bending, which helps your counter dodge, and I think it'll show what it does after this. No, it's just a counter dodge, but it's a very useful item, and it doesn't cost any spirit energy to unlock once you unlock it in pro bending. So there it is. Complete the highest difficulty of pro bending. Like I've said, a lot of it is just countering. Just be aware and make sure that you have your bending in the single player as high as it possibly can, because Mako and Bolin's levels basically are based off of your bending skills in the single player. So that is all that I have for this guide. I will thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.